Hi, I'm Mike Cosmic from the Cosmic Clash, and we're here with Scott Collins, music writer, outlaw, in his beautiful
Yeah,
chateau.
this is my hideout.
Your hideout?
This is my hideout.
Your hideout.
Yeah, I go out there and I outlaw, and then I come back here with my puppy and we snuggle.
And you still do the rounds, right? That's what you do, your nightly rounds?
Daytime. I go to bed by 9.
Daytime now.
Oh, yeah. I'm a daytime outlaw.
All right, let's start. I have a couple of questions for you about your music and all that good stuff. Okay, let's start off with her favorite song. That's the latest release. It's a very in-depth song. It has a great hook. It is a very America indie, but it's full of emotion. What brought that song to life? Who is it about? Where are those feelings coming from?
Yeah, her favorite song came at an early time in my writing career. So 2009, 2010, I was in grad school. I put myself in rehab, dropped out, moved into my car, came back to Austin, started writing songs. This is a time when I purged a lot of my music because I guess I had a lot pent up. So her favorite song, it just kind of came out of maybe a place of loneliness, definitely a place of loneliness. And the hook, her favorite song, playing on an old radio, taking me home, it came from that idea of love bringing you home, even in the hardest times. I think I even envisioned what it would be like touring before I was really hitting hardcore touring. And sorry, I thought that was a baby. That's hilarious. It's a bird. There's a bird.
Is it your hawk, your pet hawk?
Not my pet hawk. But it's like I had a baby wander into the backyard. Reggie, go save the baby. And then what I wanted to do around the hook was what I do a lot is create a story that's kind of like a painting or an obscure book where it's open to interpretation. And I just purged out the first line of the song about the clown and, holding a gun like a book. No, holding a book like a gun to a crook. That's kind of like, my idea was someone walking into the fair, a clown kind of trying to sell religion of whatever, live by the book, and then the rest of the story came out of that of this couple trying or a guy and a ghost. I don't know. It's open to interpretation.
Of, analogies inside there, kind of like the clown, kind of.
Yeah, I like hiding a lot of that in music, hidden analogies that are either direct or open to interpretation.
Poetic.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's go on to Headed North, the last EP released 2020, about 17 minutes long, 5 songs.
Yep.
Starting after the show with a modern indie chill vibe. Like I said, reminds me of Just Tweety from Wilco.
Oh, yeah.
Then it goes to that Americana sync ballad Bullet. Then it takes a turn with the title track Headed North, finishing up with a country track. Country-ish, yeah, it is country-ish.
Yeah, it's got a little...
One Sick Man.
Yeah.
What brought you to that lyric that says, bury me, and then you repeat it again, bury me, and it becomes a theme for that song that just drives that emotion, like, oh, man.
Yeah, One Sick Man, that was fun. That was released in 2020. And we were in the studio, myself, Chris Frenchie Smith, and Einar Peterson at the Bubble, and it was like 3 parts, 3 riffs that I'd written a really long time ago, and we put them together in a way where we pre-produced it into a solid song that we were going to record. And so Einar turns to me, and he's like you have to write kick-ass lyrics. Like, this song rocks. And so the country kind of feel to it is actually what I wrote it about. It's so you'll get it later, but it's like a drunken sailor almost, or being like on a boat.
Yeah.
But so they were like, write something dope. So I'm driving home 10, 11 at night, and this idea hits me out of the phrase "any port in a storm." I think of the "any port in a storm," and all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, that'd be cool to write a song, and I did, about sailors lost at sea a really long time ago. They get spun around in a storm, and crazy shit starts happening. So the captain goes mad, and he loses his mind, and the sickness spreads to the crew, and they accuse one of them of being a witch, causing all this. So the song "One Sick Man" is told through the perspective of the accused sailor. and his losing his mind also. Am I a witch? Am I not a witch? Deep down in his heart, he knows he's not, but he doesn't know. So he's wanting to get off this ship, and that's what it's about. And there's analogies in it, but ultimately it's what sometimes I like to write movies within songs, and because I love film as much as I love music. Using music as a vehicle to get into film. But yeah, so it's ultimately just that. But it's fun to play it live and tell people, like, hey, this is a song I wrote in 2020. It's called One Sick Man. They're like, oh, yep, I get it. Like, maybe you don't get it. It's actually about sailors.
Down to the galley. Or what is it? Walk the plank. I don't know.
All of that. You were right on both. You were right on both.
Well, good. All right, let's move on to music videos. The latest one is In the Burgundy, coming off the EP that we're going to talk about a little bit after this. So that music video, was it made to fit the song, meaning like the lyrics, or was it a creative freedom kind of thing? Because there's a lot of effects and really cool stuff going on there.
Both, really. And you can find all these videos on YouTube. Google Scott Collins or YouTube Scott Collins. I've got videos all the way back to 2011-12. Great stuff. And this is the newest, In the Burgundy. So it's based on a true story, the song. It's a poem based on a true story. And the director, Timothy Colburris, he did all of the incorporation of the story incorporating of the story in the editing. So he had this great idea within, our budget and time of what we could do, and what he just had this great idea. And put it together really well. And so he shot basically just my face and then a lot of other stuff, but he incorporated it into a psychedelic.
Yeah, it looks
and it's
great,
supposed to
though.
be like the trip where I was at the bar in the Burgundy, the Burgundy Room, a real place in LA. And so he did a great job.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
Yeah, you couldn't even tell it was like on a budget. I think it was a great idea. The whole thing. It flows. It's a really good video.
Thank you so much.
Check out all his stuff. His stuff is like magnificent. It's all different. It's all, we were talking about Beckish kind of thing. Where you have this Americana, but then you switch it up all over the place.
Influence, yeah.
All right. We have any plans for a full album, but we talked about that you're going to release an EP.
I've got an EP. Yeah, so the Headed North EP came out in 2020, and that got the ears. I was going to say eyes. Well, it was online. It was all online. So it got the eyes and ears of Jonas Wilson and Mr. Pink Records, cassettes and CDs label. And he's like, do another one. Get right back in the studio, or do another one, and I'll put it out. And so we got right back into the studio, myself, Frenchie, and Anar, and knocked out another 5 songs, 4 of them old, one I actually wrote during quarantine. And I call them a prequel and a sequel because 9 out of the 10, if you put them together, Headed North and In the Burgundy, are old. Some of my oldest writings and songs that I wanted to get out into the world. And one of them I wrote during quarantine. But yeah, In the Burgundy, it's a great release. It's coming out in October, and you can find so much of that already.
That's coming up already. That's a month away,
exactly. Yeah. Got a release show. Yeah. I'm booking. The EP comes out October 7th.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, comes out October 7th. Her favorite song that's out right now is the 3rd and final single to release until the whole thing comes out. You can find videos, all the songs that I've released, downloads, reviews, radio play stuff on Bandcamp myself or Mr. Pink Records Bandcamp. And also, I always tell people at shows, just Google Scott Collins.
Google,
Austin,
you'll find a bunch of singles,
all the videos,
EPs,
it's dope.
And then we were saying before, we're talking about like you're gonna release a whole box set of all your stuff when it's all
at some point.
It'd
be hilarious to do a greatest hits.
I think it'd be awesome. That'd be
release
a thing.
it on
and then
Scott Collins Day
and all the goodies.
Have a roast. I have a roast every Scott Collins Day.
Yeah, I was there. For
you were at the roast. That's what's up.
Yeah, that was fun.
1 or 2, I can't remember. Anyway, you were there.
I can't remember when it was. It was pre-pandemic.
Then it was roast number 1. That's awesome. Pre-pandemic was roast number 1 at Saxon Pub.
Yeah, the legendary Saxon Pub.
Oh, the Saxon Pub?
Or when is Scott Collins Day?
Scott Collins Day? Good question, Universe.
Thanks, Christina.
Scott Collins Day is January 31st, 2019. And yeah, every year since that I could, except for quarantine, I've been having a roast. But during quarantine, if you go to my videos or in the loop. Zen, Z-E-N, was my attempt at creating a show during quarantine where I would create loops with a bunch of psychedelic lights and stuff. I would create a loop, piano, beatbox, and whatever, and then delete it at the end.
I remember that. Yeah,
as a sense of zen, like let it go.
And
then
everybody's trying to go I remember watching.
So you can see how bad my quarantine got.
How crazy you were going, because I was going pretty crazy, man.
Oh yeah, I shaved both sides of my head and had pigtails.
Great.
For real.
All right, what's your favorite venue in Austin? Or what are your favorite venues?
I mean, I love so many.
Right, there's not
Mohawks had
10,
an amazing crew for so long. They're dope. The outside stage Mohawk crew is just, they're hardcore awesome.
That stage is awesome.
Saxon Pub is a home away from home. I've worked there. I've done a lot of releases there. So I love the Saxon Pub for sure. Continental Gallery is a dope little spot. Playing there in October, which will be fun. There's so many venues that I truly love. You'd have to ask me which ones I hate.
Yeah, they're
we'd have to do that on a different
Well,
interview.
we'll do these on outtakes.
Only fans, the episode where I name everything and everybody I hate.
All right, we're gonna give thanks. Who is it?
Yerba-Mate,
and
my
who else?
sponsor. Yerba-Mate. Thank y'all for always supplying me and us and everybody with energy. Goorin Bros hats. Thank you so much for the hat. Essential Jewelry. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all so much for everything.
No,
and Cosmic
thank you.
Clash.
I appreciate you all the time.
Yeah. Thank you
Till
so
next
much.
time, I love hanging out with you. I love seeing you. I love watching you live. I love watching you thrive. It's very inspirational to me, and to watch everybody as a great artist and somebody that gets that internal out there. Because there ain't no drama like music.
Yeah,
because
that's
everything is
awesome.
all out there.
I like
Anyways,
that.
I'm
Thank
Mike
you.
Cosmic for the Cosmic Clash. I would like to thank Christina for the sound and the video and
Thank
all
you,
the
universe.
extra
you were
questions
wonderful.
I need to ask. I appreciate that.
The
My
universe has
Cosmic-
been wonderful.
No kidding, that's cosmic.
I know.
The cheesiness. Let me get cheesy now. Thanks to all my crew and everybody that watches us and supports us. I love you all, and
Thanks, Reggie.
I'll catch you guys later.
I'm Scott Collins, and this is her favorite song.
There's no holiday left for the runaway clown at the fair. The roundabout stare, holding a book like a gun to a crook. So prayerful. There's no runaway train for the holidays, alone at the square. You push back her hair, and her failing eyes see your heart. So careful. Her favorite song playing on an old radio, calling me home, me home. Oh, her favorite song playing on an old radio, calling me home, me home. Oh, there's no renegade left for the holidays, alone at the square. You push back her stare, and her failing light see your heart. So trustful. Her favorite song playing on an old radio, calling me home, me home. Oh, her favorite song playing on an old radio, calling me home, me home. Unknown how long I've been gone, out here alone, waiting. Ooh. Trustful. Her favorite song playing on an old radio, calling me home, me home. Oh, her favorite song